How did you get to that point?
Oh, man. My ex. Oh, my God. My last relationship. Let me take a shot.
Take a shot.
So my last relationship really helped me set my standards for how I am now. Because everything that I don't like, everything that's triggering or traumatizing was confirmed in my last relationship. It was the most toxic relationship I've ever been in.
Tell me, just a little bit. If you don't want to go all the way, just give an idea. Yeah.
She was married.
Okay.
Said she was getting divorced, but really wasn't.
Okay.
You feel me? So I knew that after 3 months, I had to find out the hard way.
Wow.
With door phone and shit. You won't do that again. But found out the hard way, still stuck around like a dumbass. And then went through the whole insecurities. You with your husband? Or a woman that's married, she don't owe you no loyalty. So it was even harder to try to make somebody loyal to you and you can't. And then my insecurities, I'm cheating and shit. Everything she was doing as far as not making time for me, excuses.
Yeah.
Not putting on the same energy as I was all the time. Randomly, by the time she give me the energy, I'm like, I don't want it. So it's this back and forth of energy swap. It's like, okay, so this is what I don't want. Even in the talking stage, I want this shit.
Got you. Interesting. Okay, so why do you think you stuck around so after you found out she was married? I know people. Honestly.
But that ass, she was so pretty. She had BBL. She was fine. She had money. She was like the perfect girl as far as aesthetics. Yeah, appearance. Like she was my program dream girl. What I thought I wanted in a woman.
Got you. You named everything aesthetically. What about her personality? Okay. Hey everybody, it's your girl DJ with Plan for Keeps podcast, and today I have 2K Zoo. He is a songwriter and an artist out here in Atlanta. He is here for Dating Chronicles, where you give a funny, crazy, or lesson learned dating story. But before we dive into all of that, I like to know about all of my guests and want to know about your journey here in Atlanta. I forgot he's also a model as well. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about you, your journey, how you got started in both being an artist and a model.
Well, it was all about just taking myself seriously in both. I've been doing both for a minute, but I just did it just for the clout or whatever. And then when I started my babies, I'm like, okay, let me take this more seriously. And as I did, I just got more professional with it, more clientele, more, affirmations, more confirmation. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, it's a crazy story. I just got started for real. I always had the talent. My mom always playing old school records and Prince, James Brown, Bob Marley, old school rap like KRS-One, EPMD, Chubb Rock. I go back even farther than that. But
wow.
I'm all very musically inclined. So when I actually put my power towards it, becoming pretty successful.
That's dope. And you came up with your own genre. Mm-hmm. What is it called?
It's called emo afro, or afro emo, however you want to put it. It's basically just like afro beats with emo rap. So let's just say you hear Juice WRLD on a Wizkid beat.
Okay, that's dope. And then I know I've listened to your new single, Messy. I really like it. Tell me the motivation behind that. I know a lot of the songs that I've listened to from you, they sound like just a lot of, it sounds like you talk about love and relationships a lot. Yeah. What was the motivation behind Messy?
That's just my lover boy side. Like, I'm slick toxic, but I express my lover boy side through music and my, sexuality. My being mature. I try and tap into, the whole sex market. I could be sexy. This is why I want to be a sex symbol. I am a sex symbol. I'm just trying to step into that, confirm it a little bit more. And my music.
Got you.
Yeah, it's working out.
Got you. Okay. I want to circle back a little bit when you was talking about, first you was doing it for clout, and then you started having babies. Mm-hmm. Tell me, were there groupies? Like, what was going on in between, like, having babies and just doing the music for clout?
Yeah, I was from a small town called Dayton, Ohio. It's the birthplace of funk music with Roger Troutman, Ohio players, a lot of people from our city. So I'm already from Atlanta, so me swapping back and forth to Atlanta and Ohio, I was always the weirdo standing out with my own swag. So I got popular, so I'm like, maybe I should make music. That'll make sense if I just start rapping.
Okay.
I'm already affiliated with the mob, my family affiliated with the gangsters and stuff in the city, so I was real protected. So I can do anything I want. Only one in the city with chokers. I'm talking about the real chokers. The real Cuban link, 2 chokers.
Oh,
only
wow.
with blonde hair. I ain't had dreads yet, but I had froze and braids like the Lil Uzi and shit. You know, small town. The one guy that stands out like that is going to be pretty popular, so I took that to my advantage. And didn't really value myself still, though. I ain't value myself. That's why I had my kids so fast, and it just happened like poly relationships and threesome, having my kids back to back.
Oh, wow.
If I could be a rock star in my hometown, imagine what I can do in my real hometown, Atlanta, if I could just stay focused. So when I have my 4th child, I'm like, okay, it's time to take life seriously. So my baby mama's like, I gotta go chase my dream. They said, deuces, you got this. That's why we had babies with you anyway. We knew you was gonna make it.
Oh, wow.
Type, just a small, short story, a long story short. My baby mama's believed in me before I saw anything. My family didn't believe me. My family told me, don't leave, don't go, get a regular job. 2 years later, 3 years later, like, oh, I'm proud of your nephew, all that. So I'm like, yeah, I already know. So this is the path God told me to be on as far as inspiring other people to chase their dreams. Somebody as normal as me can make it to the status I'm at now and keep going the way I keep going, making my dreams into reality. I'm just showing people that if I can do it, you can do it.
That's awesome. Okay, how does the modeling piece kind of fit into that?
Oh, yeah. I've always been called handsome, pretty, beautiful all my life. I don't even know why. Girls love calling me pretty or some feminine shit. I'm like, damn. So I used to be offended. I was small-minded before I came here 3 years ago. I was very small-minded. But my favorite movie was Zoolander with Ben Stiller. And my name's Zoo, and that movie always was my favorite modeling movie. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. So I always pretended like I was a model watching that movie. My name was Zoo. My family called me Zoolander. So I kind of like, maybe I could take this modeling thing seriously since people keep complimenting me. So I had to deprogram myself thinking I was ugly, because I used to call myself ugly a lot, think I was ugly just because, I don't know, small-minded. Yeah. So when I actually stepped into it, got so many jobs and features, and I was in movies too. I did acting too. I did background work and some feature work too. So me getting picked out of a crowd like that just shows that I'm very special and very, handsome. I gotta be. If other people that don't know me from a can of paint from other countries call me beautiful or fans of me, I'm like, okay, it must be true.
Got you. So would you say in your upbringing, because you stood out so much, is that why you thought that you were ugly?
Yeah, I guess you could say I was just very insecure and I had a low confidence. I ain't gonna say, even when I was insecure and had low self-esteem, people still complimented me and say, no, don't call yourself ugly. You're handsome, you're beautiful.
Got you.
You're amazing, all that.
Got you. I wonder, how do you feel that ended up resulting into you having your kids back to back? Like, how did your childhood and what you thought about yourself played out to you jumping off the porch super early and having babies early?
Oh, well, shit, I ain't gonna say I had them early because I actually wanted my kids.
Okay.
I had my girlfriend. We was trying for a while. It didn't work. And then I ended up meeting my daughter's mom, one night stand, found it to work. Went back to my baby mama after we broke up. Said, hey, I can have kids. Let's try. She's like, okay. I warned her, like, anyway, just me wanting kids being raised without a father. I don't know my father. I was raised with my mom or 3 younger brothers. I didn't have a childhood for real. So when I graduated high school, I started exploring myself as far as, who am I in this world now that I ain't got to take care of my family for a little while.
Wow.
So me building that up, I'm like, okay, so a lot of traumas and breakups and rejection and, things I should have went through when I was in high school or teenager, I went through in my 20s.
Got you. Okay, so do you think with you didn't have your father in your life, but you also having to kind of play that father figure, parent figure, do you think that translated into you wanting kids early and kind of just continuing down that path?
Yeah, because I was working 2 full-time jobs when I was 14. I was always a man in the house since I was 14, 15. So I always was a father figure for real. But what really made me, want kids or maybe a better father is that didn't have my father. And I have no regrets of that because it made me who I am now. I feel like if I would have had a dad in my life, it would be way more different than it is now.
Wow. A lot of people don't say that.
I still love him, though. I mean, I just found out some stuff, like he's alive and the whole story why he left. And it just made me feel more gangster because we both went through the same thing. So
Got you.
I love my dad, even though I don't know him. He really just made a fire-ass nigga for real.
That's what's up. How do you feel about your mom?
My mom, I love her to death. I'm going to be honest, I love her to death. But she was the one I had to cut off. She one of my family members I had to cut off to come here and chase my dreams. Because, I told you my family didn't believe in me. They told me to stay and all that. So I'm like, let me just cut off the family that's not supportive, that's toxic, all that small town shit.
Got you.
Arguing over stuff that don't matter. I said, let me just exclude myself for a while. That's why I've been held back so long. I would have been farther in my life if I wasn't like going back to my mom and trying to help out my family for no reason, and they get the butt end of the stick afterwards. So I put myself first this time, and it actually worked out. I love her to death. I just saw her Thanksgiving. You know, I show love. I still check on her sometimes, but some family members you gotta just keep your distance and focus on yourself, man.
Before we get into Dating Chronicles, let me ask you this, because there's so many, it's hard for a lot of people to do that. Like to cut off family members that they feel have held them back, or maybe have put a lot of responsibility on them where it's kind of pushed them back in their own lives. You know what I'm saying? Just how did you break ties from that and not feeling guilty because so much responsibility was put on you?
I just stopped caring. Once I stopped caring what people think in general and started just loving myself and put myself first, it really got better. I'm like, if it ain't good for me or helping my future for something, a better goal, not just for me, just for the future of my family, to break my generational curse of my family. All my whole family ain't trying to do nothing with their lives. I said, okay, I want to break this generational curse. I'm actually going to be something.
Got you.
So that focus, that promise to myself helped me say, okay, I got to cut y'all. I love y'all. I see y'all around when I come back around, but I got to do this for us.
Let me ask you this. Did you have a aha moment? Like, I know, okay, my family don't support me. That could have been an aha moment, but was there a particular aha moment in your life that made you like, okay, no, I got to break away. This ain't going to work?
Oh, yeah, my adoptive family, so my adoptive family here in Atlanta started a record label, and I was already in Ohio. They see me doing my little city shit, and they was like, hey, we want you to come down here. We feel like you're going to bring in the white crowd and other people. We only know the hood side. So I said, okay, well, let me wait until my fourth son is born, and then I'll come down here. The day he was born, I got kidnapped and robbed because...
What?
I got kidnapped and robbed the night my fourth son was born because of what I'm doing now. They saw it in me and were just jealous for no reason. You feel me? Like, girls just support me, the whole crowd, and there's two dudes in there just hating. So when they got me alone, they tried to held me at gunpoint, did all that stuff. And of course, my girls, the fans saved me. The fans saved me, helped me escape by distracting them. It was just a whole crazy story. I don't want to get into it.
Wow.
That was my aha moment when I survived death just off what I'm about to become. I even made a promise in the middle of it to God, like, I promise if I survive this, I'll go chase my dreams. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. I ain't gonna have no excuses. I'm just gonna keep going. So that promise and prayer is in full effect right now.
Got you. Wow. Okay. Now I got one more story, one more question before I jump into your story. As far as, okay, you're over here, and then your kids back home, or are they here?
Yeah, they all back home. They just got the open-mindedness to move down here. They let my kids move down here. They got old enough. So it was a whole process of gaining the trust of my baby mama, showing them that I'm not going to fail, showing them I'm serious. So I gained that over the past 3 years. I thought it would take me 5, to be honest, but everything is mutual and understanding now that I actually see results.
That's awesome.
So I'm trying to bring my kids down here. I ain't trying to go back up there.
Got you. Okay. Awesome. So that's good that you're present in your kids' lives. You're taking care of your kids. You're doing what you need to do. That is awesome. Okay. Now let's dive into Dating Chronicles, where you're here to give a funny, crazy, or lesson learned dating story. What do you have for us today?
I would say, well, I'm kind of like in between. I ain't lived the whole married life. I ain't did the whole side nigga. I ain't been the boyfriend. Mm-hmm. I ain't been the rock star. So it's kind of like each his own. So what I feel like, I'm just enjoying my time alone. But I would say that, well, no matter what you do, whether you're single or you're in a relationship, whatever you're doing as far as relationships, make sure you have enough love for yourself and the other person you're dealing with, or the other multiple people you're dealing with. Just make sure you love yourself enough that you don't need nobody. You don't need to be attached to nobody or feel like you're nothing without that person. Or it's just all gonna get bad. That's what happens in bad breakups and stalking and stuff. All that's come from deeper. I don't love myself enough. I need you to love me. So once you get over that barrier of loving yourself, filling that void, you can do anything for real.
That's a fact. Have you ever been in a situation where you were dealing with somebody and you didn't love yourself?
Oh, yeah. Until I was 30. Probably 31, yeah.
What did that look like for you in particular?
It was bad. It was real bad. I had to look in the mirror like, where were you? What's wrong? Like, what are you missing in life? And I had to take some deep meditation and martial arts and self-discipline training and all that just to find out that, okay, I'm the problem. I need to love myself and stop getting attached to people, make them love me.
So did you think you weren't the problem because you were the one that was always doing? And with you always doing and not getting the reciprocation, it made you act crazy?
I just always yearn for like approval, or I don't know. I can't explain it.
Do you think you yearn for approval because you were that man in the household for your mom and you probably got it from doing that? And then it translated in relationships is you doing and just trying to get that same type of love back in like this weird way?
It's from the movies I seen, and then growing up with my mom being single, I never saw that somebody love somebody like the way the movies is, and I never seen it in real life for real growing up. So I always wanted that. So sometimes I would try to force it. Just slip through my fingers trying to force it.
Got you. Okay, so you said you did martial arts, you did this, you did that. Give me one example of something that you used to do when you felt like, okay, I'm too attached to this person that you no longer do.
All right, I'm gonna say I stopped, but yeah, I was heavily calling, drive by the house, leave long messages, get on YouTube, try to find out how to get them back.
Yo, then this is not me laughing at you. This is
transparent.
No, this is not me laughing at you. This is wow. This is the first time. No, this is the second time I've talked to a man and they have expressed this, because I know men do this, but they don't openly talk about it, which I think is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, now for you as a man, I know that you don't do that anymore. What things do you do now to kind of calm your nervous system down when you do start feeling anxious and you want to call and figure out like what's going on, and they can't respond to you in the way that you would like them to, or as fast as you would like them to?
So I've been single almost 3 years now. Let's say 2 years. And my one thing I go to, my number one technique, I have two.
Okay.
But one is, if you don't give me the same energy I'm giving you, you automatically cut off.
Okay.
Can't spin the block.
That's a good one.
Like, if your situation changes or your mood, anything changes to where our energy is not matching, then I'll just focus on what I got going on. My music, my mind, acting, my passions.
Got you.
Me.
Now
focus on that.
Now let me ask you this. Because sometimes, and I'm speaking for myself, and you can let me know if you agree. Sometimes our energy, when we want that person to match it, can just be too much. Like sometimes people are not you, and when I'm thinking on just what I'm doing, and possibly this person may have something else going on, how fast do you cut them off? Is it like a lot of instances, or is it like automatic? Like, hell no, they showing me signs that they gonna try me.
Yeah, it's real bad. I give them 24 to 48 hours. So let's say if we talking or you give it our number, and from the moment we stop texting or talking, you have 24 hours to text me back. And you say hello, thinking of me, even if we start talking or even if we've been talking for a minute, like, okay, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, I give it a 24-hour limit for real before I see y'all. You ain't serious.
Or
that's just my delusional self about me, how I am now. That's why I've been single this long. I'm just delusional. Like, hey, somebody's out there gonna be crazy about me the way I am about them.
Because I know I was talking to a friend recently. She's on the date now. She's dating or whatever, and she'll write a guy, and they're texting all throughout the day. First day is hot, it's heavy. Mm-hmm. They're texting. The next day it may fall off. People's schedules pick up. Something may be going on. And after 24 hours, she kind of like you. Okay, well, eggs. And I'm like, okay, hold on now. When I'm talking to her, I'm telling her, like, you just getting to know this man. Like, you just getting to know this man, and y'all are learning each other. Are you afraid of some type of rejection in a way? Like, are you putting up a wall? Like, okay, well, let me reject you first before you reject me. Because with her, she's not even trying to give it more time to see what's going on. Because I know me, when I first get to know somebody, we might be hot and heavy texting the first day. Mm-hmm. And then the next day I may fall off because in my personal life, I have a lot going on. And if I don't know you like that, I may not be so upfront and willing to just give you my day-to-day and what's going on. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean that I don't like you. It don't mean that the first day we talked wasn't cool. It's just I got a whole bunch of stuff going on this day. And I know something I'm learning to do better on the apps and stuff is, okay, if I was cool with this person, the first day we were texting heavy, stuff like that, and I got a lot going on, I might say, hey, today I have a lot going on, so we may not text. If I feel this person may be like that, and I like them. So I'm trying to do better with that. But I know a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
But they don't mean no harm, though, and then you cutting them off within 24 hours.
That's what they would just say. If you like somebody, like, will you show you like...
I had to grow into that, though. Right. So you know, some people, but they don't mean no... Yeah, they don't mean no harm, no.
Yeah, that's cool.
But you like, I don't care.
I don't care. Because if you like me, you're going to at least take 2 seconds out of the 24 hours of the day. You know, take 2 seconds to a minute to text somebody, say, hey, I'm busy right now. I'm thinking about you. I'm going to call you when I get time.
Do you let a woman know that
I'm busy?
That you're, no, not that. No, like that you're like that. Like, hey, you know, I'm really big on communication. If you can't hit me up or you're too busy, are you okay with sending a short text? Do you even get into that?
No, I don't. I don't warn them at all. I just do it. Like, I'll tell them after they like, why you not texting? What's going on? Yeah, you're not giving me the same energy. Like, you blew it. Like, shit like that. Sorry.
Oh, my God. You don't think you could possibly blow it with somebody in that way? Like, because...
Okay.
You know, no?
Nah, because I think bigger than what the moment is. Like, it's 6 billion women in the world. Somebody's going to make that time. Somebody's going to be right for me. Somebody's going to be perfect for me, even if it's 10 million. It could be 1 million women that's right for me. But out of them 6 billion, I'm going to search. I'm not going to just settle. That's my biggest fear. Life's too short to settle and try to chase, remind people you exist. Especially when you have accolades or you're an important person or you value yourself like that, and it actually means something. I'm not telling you.
Got you.
Not be big-headed.
No.
Value yourself.
Speaks. No.
Like,
okay.
If you're doing something with your life, you want somebody to match your energy, even with how busy I am, and I make time for somebody I like, you can do the same. So it's even harder to believe that when you date normal people and normal girls, you're like, oh, you could have texted. You ain't doing that. Next.
But do you want somebody as anxious? Would you want somebody as anxious or obsessed? Which you don't sound like you would be. Really?
It'd be nice to have somebody obsessed with me. I've been single long, but
you don't think that could be draining? Like when you really think on that? Yeah.
I mean, of course, we have to set boundaries and warn them offhand when you get them first signs of obsession. But it's a big thing between obsession and actually matching energy. Because I'm an obsessor too. If I like you, I want to talk to you every day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that same energy as big as I am, or as busy I am. I'm gonna still make sure you feel like I'm stalking you. If we're on mutual grounds.
How do you create boundaries in a relationship or environment like that? If both of y'all are on the same time. Communication. But then if one is like, well, you got to make time for me, and then you thinking, well, you got to make time for me because I'm the busy one. How are boundaries set?
Well, I guess it just goes off me, make sure I'm doing my end of the deal of making time for you. I never had that complaint of you not making time for me.
I could, okay.
If I like you, I'm going to make time for you. I'm not going to
make time
for somebody I don't like. I'm not even going to waste my time for it.
Okay, I feel that.
So I never had that. Even me being single, I never played nobody to the left I like.
Yeah.
I never skipped their messages or not text them first. After a while goes dry, if I'm not getting that same. I'm texting you first every morning or first every few hours. Like, I don't like this feeling.
How long do you let that go by? If you think...
like 24 hours or so.
Well, as far as like when they do at least respond, but you the first one always initiating. So you get tired of that too.
Yeah, I get tired of that too. That's like the first 48 hours or so. Whatever, how long we talking and I can feel your attention is fading away from me.
Yeah.
If I don't have your full attention, I'll just fade away too. Like,
relationships go through ebbs and flows where sometimes sometimes the person You've been there?
I'm just trying a new way of just putting myself first. And it works. It really works because out of the 5 girls that'll move on, deny me, is 10 other girls that be like, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. What's up? So it's like, when you got options or when you value yourself, not even when you have options, the right one going to come for you at that right time. Even if it's a relationship or not.
I do agree with that.
People get stuck on, they don't want me. They want everybody to want them or be scared of rejection or... people, a lot of people, it's just scared to lose somebody you don't know. I know what that feels like anyway. I'll tell you the truth right there. If you can't handle it, you're not supposed to be in my life, or we can't be cool if I can't be real with you.
How did you get to that point?
Oh, man. My ex. Oh, my God. My last relationship. Let me take a shot.
Take a shot.
So my last relationship really helped me set my standards for how I am now. Because everything that I don't like, everything that's triggering or traumatizing was confirmed in my last relationship. It was the most toxic relationship I ever been in.
Tell me, just a little bit. If you don't want to go all the way, just give an idea. Yeah.
She was married.
Okay.
Said she was getting divorced, but really wasn't.
Okay.
You feel me? So I knew that after 3 months, I had to find out the hard way.
Wow.
Went through her phone and shit. Won't do that again. But found out the hard way, still stuck around like a dumbass. And then went through the whole insecurities. You with your husband? Or a woman that's married, she don't owe you no loyalty. So it was even harder to try to make somebody loyal to you and you can't. And then my insecurities, I'm cheating and shit. And everything she was doing as far as not making time for me, excuses.
Yeah.
Not putting on the same energy as I was all the time.
Gotcha.
Randomly, by the time she give me the energy, I'm like, I don't want it. So it's this back and forth of energy swap. It's like, okay, so this is what I don't want. Even in the talking stage, I want this shit.
Got you. Interesting. Okay, so why do you think you stuck around so after you found out she was married? I know people. Honestly.
Honestly, but that ass, she was so pretty. She had BBL. She was fine. She had money. She was like the perfect girl as far as aesthetics. Yeah, appearance. Like she was my program dream girl. What I thought I wanted a woman.
Got you. You named everything aesthetically. What about her personality?
I was awesome as far as like she was a Virgo. Kryptonite. Okay. A lot of my baby mom was a Virgo. That's my kryptonite right there, Virgo. So we got each other's humors. I love making females laugh. I just be myself for real. So when you get my dark sense of humor or my nutty sense of humor, I like you. And if you match it back to me, I'm not going nowhere.
Got you. Okay. It just made me wonder because I noticed with a lot of men, like, especially if they feel like the girl's their dream girl or whatever, they feel like they have to work harder in order to keep the dream girl. So I'm wondering if that's part of the reason why you stayed as well, knowing that she was married. Yeah, as a challenge.
It could turn into that. It really was about attachment, and it was no challenge. We was already locked in by the time I found out, so it's really hard to let go of something you had intentions and built on. Back then, like I said, I didn't love myself back then as hard as I do now. So back then, I would have cut her off so easily.
Yeah.
But that was my last little love. Attachment thing. I said I wouldn't do that no more.
How did it officially end?
Ooh, horrible. I fell off. I lost everything. I was homeless. I was losing my car. My car was breaking down. Like I was on my last leg. And I was still trying to attach to her, even though she was going through her mental drama. Like she was suicidal.
Wow.
Because she thought I got her pregnant in the middle of her marriage. It was so much drama shit at the end. Like we just had to separate.
Wow.
And then, of course, she spent the block. They always come back. And that's just me doing that. This is after, when she came back, this is after the time of me just finding out who I am and gaining the confidence I do now. And if she came back, I'm like, I don't want you. What you want? Like, she stalking me on TikTok, all that secret shit. Playing like the baby mine. Just doing anything to get back in my life. I'm like, you don't got to do all that for real. We can just fuck. I don't want to do with you.
Goddamn. So was this when you finally got back on the up and up?
Yeah.
When she reached back at?
Together, I started doing my shows heavy. I started just doing everything I was talking about while I was with her. I started making it a reality. She saw that. Like, you got a band now? You traveling? You doing all that? I said, yeah. What you expect?
Wow.
And I warned her, too. At the beginning of our relationship, our talking stage, I said, if this don't work out, you're the last relationship I'm ever going to be in, because obviously I'm not meant to be. I'm supposed to be doing something else. And I kept that promise ever since. She's like, you still single? Yeah, I told you that was the last time, baby. Got you.
What has being single done for you?
Man, it turned me into God. I was supposed to have been single. I've always been in a relationship growing up, man. But since I was 21, I probably was never single for a full 3 months, maybe.
Wow.
Probably 3 months was 4 months, 6 months, probably the longest I go single.
Why do you think back then you felt like you needed to be in relationships?
Didn't really have nothing to love myself for. So I needed somebody to love me. And approval from other people. So, he got that.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of petty, spiteful relationships too. Like, people talk shit like, he can't get her, he weird as hell. And I pop out with her like, yeah, what you say? Or beefing with guys, they'll hate on me, call me gay or spread rumors or just hate on my music. So I go fuck their girlfriend.
Goddamn.
Take their baby mama from them or something. So it was always one of those spiteful, proving to myself that.
Got you.
Yeah. Small-minded shit.
Wow. What helped you get through? So being single, of course, while you were single, what were aha moments for you to help you see, like, Like the stuff you said, small-minded, petty. It sounded like you went through a lot of painful stuff subconsciously too on why you moved the way that you moved. What were some aha moments for you while just being single and finding your purpose? Like,
when I started being real with myself and then real with other people, I'm talking about no lies, no straight blunt, how I feel, and found out that females will still stay and still fuck with you. I said, oh my God, I'm gonna have a new power. I can be myself. I can tell these girls I got 4 kids, 3 baby mamas, what? And they be like, okay, can I be one? Like,
wow.
So I'm like, and that came with me, finding myself, loving myself, chasing my dreams. And it all came together to build this confidence of I could just be myself and still get women still want to fuck with me despite me. I don't even say I'm toxic. Oh, you are? Let me see how toxic you are. Women just love the truth.
It's crazy.
And they don't hear it. They don't hear it, so that draws them to like, oh, damn.
Got you.
It's about the respect thing, too. Self-respect and respect for them, because my last relationship, a lot of lessons I learned was I never want to be blindsided, and I don't want nobody, even if I don't know my worst enemy, I don't want to never be blindsided with the truth and have that hurt, pain I felt.
Yeah.
Even though it was stupid, it's the most toxic heartbreak. But when I found out my girlfriend...
That's still heartbreaking because you said you were 3 months in, you didn't know, you went through her phone, and that's how you found out she was married. Like,
the fucked up end part is I was so heartstruck when I found out her husband got her pregnant. Boy, I was like, I was cheated on her. It was such the dumbest toxic heartbreak I ever went through. I was like, yeah, I'm not going through that shit again.
Well, at least you learned. So we gotta give you grace for that.
Yeah.
You learned.
I'm glad I went through that. I'm so glad. Like, I really was the villain I really was
what people will say, yeah.
You feel me? The real rapper in the end of the day, but I'm a lover boy, bro. Like, I don't want my girl to have a husband, but I guess this is the life I'm supposed to be in. The whole aha moment was me actually living single as a rock star. I'm actually happy not being in a relationship.
That's cool. That's cool.
More focused. I never got this far being in a relationship because I always had to deal with an insecure girlfriend. Oh, who's that bitch? All that shit. So I can't maneuver how I wanted to. But once I said fuck all that shit, I just exploded.
Got you. Okay. We're going to dive into these questions.
I was looking at those.
Yeah, there's just questions I like to ask. Nice. Now, I think you answered this question, but maybe you have something else. What's the most invested you've ever been in a relationship? Like invested. Normally when you invested, you do like some crazy.
Yeah, I would say my last relationship. I mean, I was engaged before. I left my whole house and moved in with this girl, and when I moved in with her, the house went her. I was facing clear and shit. But I wouldn't even say that I was 21. I was young. I ain't gonna count that. My last relationship, because I was really invested into a married woman. That's about moving in together.
God damn, how long did that relationship last? The last one?
Almost a year.
Almost a year?
Almost a year, yeah. A long year.
So y'all moved pretty fast.
Yeah, we moved fast, but it's a liquor talking, but that was another thing I learned, that I can't fall in love or be with every girl that likes my sex. Like, I know I have great sex, great dicks. So
okay.
I had to learn, just because a girl likes, I had to learn the difference between a girl liking me and liking my dick. So,
got you.
Those could turn into, them lustful relationships can turn bad.
Got you. And how fast do you move now? Because it sounds like you move extremely fast. You still move fast?
Hell nah, I move slow as fuck. I mean, I'm still gonna hit. I'm still gonna go through the whole fun and getting to know each other, but no titles. But in order for a girl to have a title, we got you gotta hold it down for 3 months. That's the minimum time for me to take you serious. Like, okay, because usually people break up in 3 months.
Yeah.
So if you can deal with me, deal with all my hoes, deal with the truth of me telling you, you can just stick around for 3 months. Okay, I'll take you seriously.
That's what I say. What is dealing with you like? And you just went into detail, dealing with hoes, dealing with this.
Yeah, just not being jealous, knowing your boundaries, knowing don't be possessive, be real with me. Like,
okay.
If you know a nigga or something, like, oh, don't shake his hand. I used to fuck with him. Shit like that. You be real with me like we partners, like we locked in.
Got you.
I want something like that so I can trust you in the future. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck with her because ain't no title. You do this because you like me, not because no title, not because other people see that we together. You do this because you like me. Got you.
So now, I know you said something about polyamory, threesome, stuff like that in the beginning. Do you drop all the hoes for this girl, or are you still doing... Okay.
Yeah. I lost my virginity in a threesome. I haven't been in a poly relationship. That shit older than me, so it always came to me, too. I never started that shit off, so I feel like, even now, it comes to me.
Who people tell you look like?
Wiz, Offset, 2 Chainz. That's about it.
Oh, you do kind of like Offset, not you kind of...
actors, too, but I ain't going... That's what you tell me. I ain't agreeing.
Now you saying the opposite. I see it a little bit. I see it just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay.
Just because I'm online, I don't get it, but it's cool. That's all compliments. I fuck with that boy Wiz Khalifa.
They are. They're compliments. What kind of person would you say you are in a relationship?
Oh man, I'm a whole sucker. If we locked in on you, I'm your boyfriend. You know what's crazy? At this moment, I don't do relationships no more. Ain't no boyfriend, girlfriend. You either marry me or get lost.
Oh.
I mean that respectfully. Like, ain't no boyfriend playing house, none of that. You want to last with me, you want to be with me, and I see that, I propose to you, but while I know that you want to marry me and we ain't nothing, I don't believe in boyfriend, girlfriend no more.
All right, so what else do women have to do besides the criteria of making sure that they message you when you ready to talk?
Oh, yeah.
What are the other criteria to even meet that with you?
Like, I used to be a simp. I used to cash out a girl just to like me. I don't do that no more.
Wow, that's wild.
Like me. So now I say funny shit like, girl, you buy me a drink. I say funny shit like that. Like, if I do something for you and you reciprocate it back to me, I'm sticking around. If all I do is give, and you don't try nothing, I can't fuck with you.
Really? Do you, with your experience with dating and stuff like that, do you not experience the reciprocation a lot?
All the time. I mean, girls. Okay. Girls are simps. Girls be real simps when they like you. So that's how I know these niggas who be just paying women for no reason, y'all don't love yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy to pick yourself, and girls with rich, famous, broke, even the broke girls, like, if a girl like you, she go cash out. She go show you she like you. So
I can't argue with that. Right. Why do you think subconsciously dating is a nightmare for both men and women?
Oh, in this generation now with the internet, like even back then, like before the internet and TV, like you could sneak around. Like situationships will last a little longer because nobody know. But now it's such influence for people to be hurt or get hurt, get traumatized or be traumatized. Everybody trying to play one on each other. Everybody trying to have all the hoes, male and female. Everybody want hoes. Everybody want like somebody like them. That's why y'all post pictures and videos. Y'all still want y'all hoes to like you while you're in a relationship. It's all about attention. So it's real bad that people like value attention more than the relationship.
Got you. Okay. What do you think about the idea of the one? Do you even believe in that?
The one, like for me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the one because there's billions of women in the world. You can have a million ones. You gotta learn how to deal with them.
When I get anxious or overwhelmed in a relationship, I do blank.
I go to the studio and express it in a song, or I go do something creative to take my mind off, show that, oh, I'm a guy, I can create. I don't need this person to, show me I exist, or, I don't need any confidence from this person. I can do this myself.
That's great advice right there. I was going to ask you, okay, leave the audience with a piece of advice.
You can do anything you put your mind to. Doesn't matter what it is. Anything that's in the universe is made. Anything in the space and stars, we have in our body. So we are creators. So anything you put your mind to, it can become a reality when you stay focused. That's a big fact. Where can the audience find you? You find me on all social media platforms at 2KZoo. Instagram is 2KZoo_. Spotify, Apple Music, all 2KZoo. Spell it all capitals because I'm the biggest. Yes, sir. Yes. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Happy to be here. Yes. And I want to thank all of the listeners for tuning in. Don't forget to download our dating app, Playing for Keeps. And until next time.